So from the top, from the top, from the top, let's go. 444, apport. Red tap, is it red tap for? You can something recharge it. We have to forget about it. That's it. I'm sorry again. I'm sorry.
Yesterday I was complaining that the Bbnaija highlights for day 8 was very, very boring, and then today they decided to overfeed us with a lot of the drama that happened on day 29 and day 30. Wow.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah and this is Frankly Speaking with Glory. This is the girl with the T. A lot of you have noticed that I've not been responding to your comments, guys. That is because I am very, very busy with school. I told you guys that I am doing the professional course, and guys, I'm stressed out. I'm stressed, but it's all good, guys. So please just go ahead, continue dropping those comments. I would definitely respond to all of your comments, guys. You know how we do it over here, guys. I always, make sure I attend and listen to everyone. But that's by the ways, guys. On this episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory, I will be spilling the tea on all the juicy details of the highlights from the lockdown show, from the Naija lockdown show. Today's episode was focused on day 29 and 30, and guys, I almost have forgotten most of the things that actually happened today, but the fact that we were actually seeing those things all over again on TV, it just completely refreshed my memory. And guys, I was laughing so hard. Kidwire cracked me up. But I'm going to share all of that, so you need to watch till the end of this video. 29 started with some juicy male gossip between Brighto and Kidwire. Now, Brighto was telling Kidwire that he feels like Neo is very, very fake. He feels like Neo is always exaggerating everything about himself, everything he says in the house, that it's all exaggerated, it's all a lie, that whenever he finds Neo having conversations with Nengi, that both of them, they always discuss in coded language, and they discuss that way because they want to invest in the emotional banks of people, that's the viewers that are watching the show as at that time. So they want people to feel sorry for them. And according to Brighto, Neo was actually trying to play the card of FA, the winner of Bbnaija season 3. Is it season 3? I think season 2. Yeah, season 2. So that was what Bright was actually saying as at that time, that Neo was trying to play Ife's card. But one thing he doesn't understand is people don't like it when people try to pretend, when people try to copy and stuff like that, because Efe was from Warri, and he was really playing the victim card of, oh, I'm from a poor family, I used to drink Gary and stuff like that. So according to Brighto, that was the exact same thing that Neo was doing. Now guys, let's be frank about this. As at the time that the lockdown show, the Bbnaija lockdown season started, I thought about the exact same thing. Because guys, remember, Neo was very, very loud. He talked too much, he lied too much. As a matter of fact, it was when he started dating V, like when it became an item in the house proper, that he started reducing his lies. But you talk about week 1 and week 2, Neo was a bloody liar. At some point he had to even confess that, well, he used to lie to his friends that he had traveled to different countries around the world, whereas he had never even left Nigeria. So guys, it was just recently that Neo for the first time left the shores of Nigeria to Ghana, and he was really thankful to God for that change in his life, But as at that time, when Brighto made all these observations about Neo, I was scared, because I'm like, wow, this guy acts like a spirit. How did he know that Neo was lying? But that was the conversation that they were having anyways. And then also, guys, that was on a Monday. Kaisha had been evicted from the house. The housemates were quite shocked, that Kaisha had been evicted. And that was also the same day that the housemates had their head of house challenge. The same thing that happened, guys. Kidwire emerged the head of house for that week. I think that was week 5. Yes, Kidwire emerged the head of house, and then according to the agreement that he had with Erica, he chose Tolani Badge as his deputy. Now, according to the conversation he had with Erica, Erica did not trust any other female housemate around Kidwire, whom she sees or saw back then as her man in the house. So Erica was basically guarding and protecting her territory, and so the only female that she could trust in the house was Tolani Badge, whom she called her friend. And so that was the exact same thing that Kidwire did. He chose Tolani Badge as his deputy. But as at that time that was the same time that Tolani Badge was seriously shooting a shot with Prince. So that was the same time that Tolani Badge was always like Tolani Badge and Prince, they were always having conversations at night. And if I'm not going too fast, I think that was the time that both of them were trying to spend the night on the same bed, or I'm not really sure if they've gotten to that stage as at that time, you know, on the show, but that was about the same time. So if you cast your mind back throughout that week that Kidwaya was head of house, remember guys, another interesting thing happened. Biggie changed the rules again. This season was all about Biggie making rules and changing rules. In fact, I completely concluded that that person that is Big Brother or whoever was completely confused. They were just looking for a way to just bring a lot of drama. So if one rule was not working, they would end up bringing another one. But anyways guys, the new rule that Big Brother brought about was that the head of house and deputy had the liberty to invite a guest each. So naturally, as one would expect, Kidwaya chose Erica and Prince for Tolani Badge and Erica for himself, of course, because both of them, they had a swell time in the HOH lounge and they would not want it to end anytime soon. Immediately after Kidwaya emerged the head of house, Big Brother called him into the diary room and gave him a secret task. Now the secret task involved Kidwaya being in charge of the mansion because Big Brother was going on a vacation. Guys, let me not lie to you, that period there, I was just bored. I was tired. I'm like, what the hell is going on this show? It's as if whoever wrote the script of this show does not even know what plot twist to even introduce anymore. So they just said that, okay, Big Brother should go, or probably Big Brother has another job to go and attend to. But Big Brother told Kidwaya that he was to create an excuse or a reason or something, an excuse, you know, if any of the housemates asked about him, that he could choose whatever response he wanted to give to the housemates. That if Kidwaya was able to keep the house together and keep his whereabouts a secret, he was going to give Kidwaya a gift. Guys, guess what? That week was the most disastrous, I think one of the most disastrous weeks when it comes to leadership in the lockdown mansion. Kidwaya completely threw away caution with the wind. In fact, the guy packing sense, carrying in everything that gave him self-control. The guy threw away every manner of self-control out the window. It was as if Big Brother's going on a vacation was just that go button to say, hey Kidwaya, go crazy, hey Kidwaya, don't lead properly. I mean, it was a total mess. And that was the same week, if I'm not wrong, that Erica spent the night in the head of house lounge with Kidwaya. Tolani Badge, on the other hand, was not sleeping in the bed, was not even sleeping in the lounge. I think she slept once and then she stopped even sleeping in the lounge, but everything was just upside down. That was the same week that Praise was complaining to Kidwaya that the rate at which some of the females in the house were cooking the meat and the chicken in the house, it was very, very annoying, because these people, they will pack one whole chicken, they will make stew with it, and then they will go and keep it in the fridge and say that is their food. Whereas other people who do not have time or do not know how to cook in the kitchen, they would only be eating noodles and then there will be no meat for them to eat. Now immediately after Praise made that complaint, even some other guys in the house also made that complaint. Erica and Kidwaya, they had cooked one full chicken. They used it to make stew. And then Erica gave it to Kidwaya, some of the stew, and said Kidwaya should go and put some of the stew in the fridge in the HOH lounge. And that really, really pissed off Praise and a couple of other people in the house as well. Guys, I'm sorry, but this is so funny. Anyways guys, going down to day 30, this was the day that Ozo actually served Nengi breakfast in bed. Guys, if you notice, small Ozo and Nengi's part, it's coming into the entire drama of the show, yeah, but it wasn't until much later, the much later days on the show, that we started seeing all the fulu waka waka about. We'll get to that part, guys. Now day 30 was also the day that the housemates had the Airtel tax, the 444 okpo. Guys, I'm sorry, but I was totally cracking up. Kidwaya's okpo. Guys, that thing was so funny. It was so funny. They did not even prepare properly. In fact, they had no idea. And that's one thing about Kidwaya that I noticed whilst he was in the house. When it comes to presentation skills, when it comes to acting, he is possibly one of the best. But when it comes to music, dude does not have a calling in that area. So it was just very, very funny watching him and his team members, you know, struggling with their own is it jingle? Yeah, with their own jingle, with their own music. And that was a week that Laycon, Nengi, and Tolani Badge actually won the Airtel tax. But let's say task. But the 2 million that they won did not go to them. Instead, it went back to Airtel to use it for a charity cause. So they were to pick any charity organization that they preferred, and then Airtel will send the money to them. Now that was the same week, guys, that Neil completely emptied his wallet of all his Bbnaija and his personal shirts that he loved so much in exchange for flowers for V, because that very night was V's birthday. It was something he had been planning for a day or two, and then finally through Kidwire he was able to get Big Brother's consent. And guys, it was so romantic. V cried, you know, it was very, very emotional. It touched a lot of people, but it was just really beautiful watching those two people, you know, and profess love for each other in their own unique way. Another crazy and very, very funny thing happened. This was the same day that Big Brother gave the housemates, you know, a brief regarding their Thursday presentation. Guys, that was the one that Biggie asked them to do a showcase or a rap or something, and these people spent over 1 hour arguing about the meaning of showcase, about the meaning of poetry slam. Guys, it was just very, very annoying, and it ended up resulting into a huge argument amongst all the housemates. And guys, that same week some people were up for eviction. I think Wathoni and Lucy were also up for eviction as well. And so Kidwire made a statement. I think that statement he made was trying to give the housemates a reality check, to let them understand that, listen, if we spend so much time arguing instead of facing the task at hand, at the end of the day, I am the head of house, so I am not going to go anywhere this week. But some of you are up for eviction, you might likely be evicted, you know. But the way he said it, tempers was already flaring, and a lot of people took it the wrong way. A lot of people were offended, and that was what made Lucy lash out. Lucy was upset, but Lucy had her own fault in the whole matter, because when everybody was having a conversation, people were airing their own opinion about what they understood about poetry slam or showcase, poetry showcase. Lucy was quiet. She put herself at one end of the room. It was when everybody had concluded and decided on what needed to be done, Lucy started countering what everybody had agreed on, you know. So that was the same day that Erica was whispering to Kidwire and talking to him to go and apologize to the rest of the housemates. But guys, remember that whispering in the house was against Big Brother's rules, and that was part of the reasons that Erica got a strike in the house. So guys, basically these were the crazy things that actually happened on today's episode of the lockdown highlights. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about these events in the comment section below, and I will see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory. Have an amazing night's rest. Bye.